Did it? Looking good. Yeah, thanks, Matt. I got a new phone, and plus I'm using my other phone as to combine the data. If you know what I mean. Via Speedify. I'll show you where I am. Cool. Okay. I'll show you where I am. Yo, 5x5. Yeah, cool. Cool. I think I'm actually starting getting a hang of these streams in the sense of making them actually work. I've become a nerd. No, I've become everything I've hated. Today, I am finishing off this quarter of Guinness that drunk Sean left in the fridge last night. So I know I'm a person, I hate throwing stuff away, even as grimy as that sounds. So I just got to give a quick look. Like, I actually had my the back doors just open right now, just closed. I should have waited until the scream that I showed you guys, because inside, bed slightly is dressed, but it's slightly messy. I need to fix it up later because I hate a messy bed. Right, first thing you should do when you wake up, guys, dress your bed. Right, that's what Jordan Peterson taught us. Right, if you can't do the little tasks in life, you can't do the big tasks. Right, so that's how you create. How do you create the revolution? You dress your bed in the morning first thing. So when these doors were open, this is what I'm looking at basically. I'm looking at new balls, please. Tennis on the thing here. So that's what I was looking at earlier. There were some people practicing. You can see some people just over there as well in the distance, like playing, practicing. I've been hearing a tennis lesson the whole day. Listening to a tennis instructor tell his student how to tennis. Yeah, that's one. Look, a beautiful spot. So I'm here in this little village near one of the Milton Keynes. That's what Milton Keynes did in the 1970s. Basically, it basically connected a bunch of villages together. I'm in one of them called Stony, Stratford, right? And I'm here in Buckinghamshire, or city of Milton Keynes, if you want to call it that. That's down so anyway, the city of Milton Keynes. Is it a city? I don't think so. We had this with Lichfield, didn't we, a few weeks ago? Well, you've got a cathedral. You know, there's a town. There's towns bigger than you. Anyway, so I'm here because I went to Jeff White's funeral yesterday, and I've stayed the night. Obviously got pissed at the wake, as you do, and hence why I've got a quarter of Guinness in my fridge. When I woke up, I went, oh, drunk Sean left me a little gift. So I'm parked here. Beautiful spot I found as well. I was just, by sheer coincidence, I just found this spot, and it's right by this ancient cemetery, right? I'm going to show you. We're going to walk past it, and it's right just over there is the high street as well, and where the wake was and where the church was. I'm going to go to the church, show you Jeff's. I don't think he's buried in this church. You had the ceremony there, but I don't, because the burial was just for the family only, family and immediate friends only. So I didn't actually see where he was buried, unfortunately, because we all just went to the wake after. But that's how it should be, I think, just family sort of stuff. But I found this little sort of parky area, and I've just parked there where my van is. So I'm going to town. I'm going to show you this graveyard first, right? I'm doing the show tonight as well, 8 p.m. for UNN. I swapped with Simon. Thank you, Gold Eagle, for letting me swap with you. He might be watching, so I'm going to lock this door. Right. Yeah, cool. I'm going to go for a look. Why is it not working? Oh, I know why. Because I've switched off. See, I've got a fault with my van, guys. I've got to turn off the battery every time. I'll show you what I mean, right? So I usually keep this thing unlocked now. So I've got to do some stuff. I've got to basically turn off. See that the negative thing is off, because there's some dodgy thing. It won't recognise my key. It's only when I reset the battery it will recognise the key. Like I said, this fan is not exactly the greatest fan. So, oh, by the way, just for interest's sake, this thing here, you can see it just there. That's basically a split relay charger, and it will go. This goes here. This little wire here connects with this. Well, I won't put it now because I don't want to set it off. It drains the battery. So every time I go, I've got to basically connect that. Again, it is a fault, but it won't stop. This should, as soon as I disconnect the starter battery, this thing should be smart enough, because it's meant to be a smart one, right? It came with a van. I hate all these fucking smart shit. It should recognise that the battery's no longer on, the starter battery, the motor's no longer on, and it should disconnect, but it doesn't. It keeps going. It was draining my battery. I didn't know at the time, and I had to get someone to jump start me. We found out, so we took this off. This was just crudely bolted down on this thing here. As you can see, it was just bolted down, right? So when I put it on, I just tighten the bolt again underneath it, and it just stays there, then, if you know what I mean. So this battery is off, right? So I've got to put it back on. Put it back on, and now the battery is restarted. Just like that, right? Just like that, as Tommy Cooper says. So now, this should lock, hopefully. There we go. Cool, done. Right. So let's go for a walk. Whoa. Where's my Guinness? Where's my quarter of Guinness? Hair of the dog, right? Hair of the dog. There we go. Right. Let's go for a walk. That's what you do in Stony, Stratford. Take tennis lessons. It's very, I'd say, very quite middle class area. So yeah, that's what they do. Golf, tennis, all of the champagne socialist tick boxes. So yeah, good afternoon, man. Good afternoon. Hi. Get Tony, Garrett, Swift and Bold, Matt. Who else is it? Who else did I see? Me. So yeah. So this is like I said. So there's my van just over there. And then there's an alleyway that leads to the high street. But via this alleyway, there is an ancient church and graveyard. I mean, it's so old. I mean, you can't. There's just nothing written on this. You cannot. It's just faded. It's gone. And I always find this quite. I always like these kind of ancient graveyards, because I always do wonder, like, who is actually buried here, because it's just gone. You cannot read. Oh wait, here we go. I've looked on the wrong side. That's why. Memory of Simon Wall. Burial, who died September 29th, 1861, age 76. Also Anne Wall, this double grave, wife of Simon, died 21st. He died before 61. She died in 64, age 78. But these other ones, I mean, look, you cannot read. These graveyards, and it's always kind of a mystery, like, who's actually buried here. Who were they? What did they get up to? Were they good people? Were they bad people? Like, so it's beautiful in the autumn here. So I see all the leaves. This is literally just a few yards away from my van, and over there in the distance, where that light's coming from, that's the another alleyway to the high street. So this is quite something. I always find. I didn't imagine MK being posh or old. Yeah, it's like I said, it's not the centre, not Milton Keynes city, like the town, well, they call it a city centre. But what they've done is, because that's all up and coming, and they've got new builds, and and some of the houses off it are all new builds as well. But they connected a bunch of villages around it. Like, if you look at Milton Keynes on a map, it's like a grid. It's all. I call it a land of roundabouts. Yeah, it just fucking does fucking nightmares on your clutch. Yeah. So, but they connect a bunch of villages as well around, and then they put it within the authority of the city of Milton Keynes. Because Milton Keynes was only created in, 1979, was it? Like, something like that, in the 70s, late 70s? But yeah. So this is one of the little villages that they've connected, builded a new road, you know what I mean? Like, builded like a main road and a road probably to connect it all. But look at this church, guys, right? This is ancient, right? I always find the stuff, like, really, really cool. Like, this is just, I mean, it what now? I've sort of questioned, because I'm going to show you what they think the church looked like. Right, it's like time team shit. Oh, we found a pot on the ground, and therefore we can see there was a town built here. And they got like a hologram of what they think, all actors. Like, this is what the town looked like. How do you know? How do you know somebody didn't just drop that pot in the field as they were passing by? You don't know there was a town there, right? So, but this thing here, right? So it goes a little tiny little door. I think people were shorter back then as well, weren't they? Like, I would be considered a giant. Like, like Matt Ziller would be considered like a giant. He's a tall guy, right? Like fucking, we call them Nephilims or whatever. So look at this little door. Look at this little hobbit door, right? So this is like, it's literally like, I'll show you. Look, my head is right there, right? That's how small. So you really got to bend down. And I don't know, right? It's just some door, but it is really something from another time. This, like, really ancient, but it still stands. Do you know what I mean? You've got some griffins up there, like we call it, the gargoyle kind of statue things. Right, so this is what, and I sort of question this a bit, right? Because this is what they're saying. So this tower, you think it's a tower, right? It's not a tower, right? Because they're saying that this is the thing we just looked at, right? This here, yeah. And they're saying, oh, and this is what the church. There was another building over there, and they had this, but I don't believe that, because then why all these graves there? Why all these graves here? I mean, the graves come after? I mean, it must have in that case, yeah. They must have. I mean, because so all of this area here is a building. They're saying that like there was a building years ago, but then there's all these graves there, which are old anyway, right? So, and it does look like it was big, because you can see this, like, there was obviously more to it. You see all the, but then they've bricked up this side as well, right? But it must have been many, many centuries ago when it was a full building, like long before these graves were here. These graves are ancient as well. Right, so I mean, let's see this one. I mean, how old are we? I mean, if I can eat this, I mean, it's so degraded, you cannot see the writing. It's gone, right? I mean, I can't. There's not one I can find that, unless it's the no. I mean, that is the correct way. The way I was looking, there's nothing. You cannot tell how old. And that's how ancient these graves are, right? So I can't see one. What's this one? This one looks fairly newish, though. This one, what's this? I mean, this is a new one, and it's 1851. No, 1831, 20 years early. So 1831 is this grave, right? And then someone 1819. So it's a family grave, right? Or at least a couple grave. Yeah, 40 years old. This person died. Fucking hell, Mary. Yeah, didn't say what they died of, though. Just said so. She died at 40 years old. Fucking hell. In 1819. So yeah, I mean, fucking hell. I consider it a new grave. That's the one I can actually read. So I don't know how old these other graves are. So, yeah, afternoon, hey, Scaffolder, John A, Tony, Matt Ziller, yeah. I didn't imagine them camping, Ned, that one, yeah. Afternoon, or Cyril Lyric. So yeah, it's ancient. That's where I'm parked by. So I found just by sheer, I just got into town yesterday, drove on a high street, took a left, then another left. All free parking down there, right by a park sort of tennis court. But this is what they're saying it looked like. So that's it there. But like I said, it's all ancient graves there. They're the gargoyle statues, yeah, at the top of that tower there, right? Tower remains its original medieval carved stone gargoyles in the form of grotesque mythical beasts. They carry lead rainwater spouts through their mouths. Yeah, I saw that. Body snatchers. What's going on? In the churchyard there is an early 19th century grave of one of the town's doctors, name unknown. Originally cast iron bars and a surround were installed to prevent body snatchers from robbing the grave. As the sale of dead bodies in the 19th century for medical research was a common. Yeah, there's a film about that. What's called like it's quite shit though. Speaking of shit, there's bird shit all over this. Well, I'm not going to get a shout, am I? Did you know Stratford is the only town in Buckinghamshire that can boast two medieval church towers? St Mary's, this is St Mary's Church. Well, it was St Mary's Church. And can you name the other? I don't know. The story goes that if the tower should ever fall, there will be no more markets in the town. Wow. Wow. So if this thing falls, that's it. That's the end of business, end of commerce. So, yeah, that's what they're saying it looked like. How old is this church, man? 13th century. St. Mary Magdalene Church was originally a chapel of ease for the parish of Wolverton and dates from around the 13th century. The church was not rebuilt after its destruction by fire in 1742, and the parish was with St. Gildas. Now remains the main part of the church lay to the northeast, and the area is now the disused graveyard. The tower is a Grade 2 listed building. Oh, interesting. Anyway, let's have a walk around. So, like I said, I'm just parked here, right by the thing. Like I said, quite fortunate I found it, and then this leads then to the high street. So. And that right by, so I went to Jeff Wyatt's funeral yesterday, if people don't know, that's why I'm here still. So I thought I'd do a little live stream, so I've got to do the show this evening for UNN, so I just want to make this like a quick, maybe no more than an hour, right? We'll see where it goes, and I got my Guinness from last, Sean left me a gift, a quarter. Stuff away, it was in the fridge, I thought, I'm having it. So this is it, beautiful town, really beautiful town. Let's just get that in focus. Is that in focus? Yes, it is. Yeah, so maybe the church range king off his reign. Yeah, maybe. Who knows, man? Like, who really does know? Alright, unstable connection. How can that be? I've got tethering two fucking screens, two data things. Right, let's go. Modern. Yeah, a modern city. The Open University HQ is there, or it used to be. Yeah. I didn't imagine. Yeah. Cool. I've already messages. Yeah. So let's go. I'll show you where we went last night. But the church is just here as well. So it's quite a good find. I mean, yeah, it's got all. I'm about to say there's free parking. Jeff was. Well, maybe. If they have a graveyard. I don't think he was buried here though, that's the thing. So this is the Cock Hotel, right? This is where the wake was. There's a bar as well, right? And they had a function room at the back, and that's where we had the social functions, right? So we had it in here. So the funny thing is, right, they got the Cock Hotel, and then literally a few yards down they got the Bull Hotel. So basically it's a cock and bull story. And I said this I asked the barmaid, right, I said, is there, I said, you like your sister pub or something, your sister hotel, the Bull Hotel? She said, no, we're not related to them, we're not connected with them any at all. It's just, that's what they decided to call it, the Bull Hotel and the Cock and Bull. So, Cock, and these are old places, so this was clearly done. Maybe years and years ago, centuries ago, they did own the same place. And it was like a super hotel, and like all of these shops in between were just part of this one building. Who knows? Yeah. So this is the church here where we had the Jeff's funeral. So guys, is the stream still on? Let's see. Is it okay? Let's see. Let me put in what have I got on my paste, on my clipboard. Oh yeah, I got this. Oh yeah. You want to you can if you're welcome to it. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Right. So let's go. This is the church that we had for Jeff. Really nice church. Like I said, really nice high street. Really beautiful. So, really nice. What's this church called? Let's see. It's St. Mary and St. Giles Church, right? So it must be the old St. Mary. So the old one is that tower. That's the old St. Mary's. I assume St. Mary Magdalene. Look at this. Look at this sign here. It says, Buckinghamshire, best kept town. Again, a bit bold to state that. How do they know? So yeah, let's go into the church. I'm finishing off last night's Guinness. Why not? Hair of the dog. Yeah. This is where, look, that's a nice sort of grave, isn't it? This here. Again, this is like a really old church as well. I mean, look at all these graves. You can't read the stone. You can't read what's written on them. It's just faded. I always find that quite good, yeah, in a way, nice, like, not nice, but, you know, like, mysterious. Well, were they good people? Were they bad people? You know, who were they? So, yeah, this is where we're all standing outside here. I don't know where Jeff's body was taken. It wasn't buried here. I mean, this is too old, and, you know, I mean, look at that grave over there, it's just broken, do you know what I mean? So, that's an extension of the church. This is a recent extension somewhat. So this is where we had it. I'll just look in, I won't go in. Let's see. Let's just see if it does unlock. Yeah, that was the church there. In here. So, I don't suppose any of Jeff's stuff's there, is it? No. So, it was there. Yeah, he had Jeff's famous placards, you know, like, it was there as well. I'll put it up on it's on my Instagram and Telegram, guys. If you follow me there, you'll see some of the photographs of of yesterday, the funeral. I'll just put, what am I, t.me, don't know what this, I think I've got to put the hyperlink thing in, but just copy and paste it, guys, you know what I mean? .me, delivering liberty. Alright, that's the link for it. Just put that in your, you know, just type in, and on Instagram, and delivering _liberty, if in case you're not on Telegram. But yeah, beautiful building. So, where did I go? Oh yeah, then the late pub we all went to after, a bunch of us, a couple of us, is around here, I think. It's called the Queen, or the Queen's Head, or something. That's something to do with the Queen, anyway. And I was chatting to the barmaid. She was, oh, because, yeah, do come back, do, yeah, please, yeah, please come back. I'm not coming back, right? But like today, she means, like, going to the pub today. I'm like, nah. Oh, the Crown, that's what it's called, the Crown, not the Queen. So, I'm surprised no one stayed over as well. There's only one guy stayed. He was, funny enough, his name was Martin, or Mike, I should say, Mike, sorry. And he gave a speech. He gave a tribute to Jeff. It was only his current partner Sasha, his daughter Lucy, and then Mike. So obviously his missus, his girlfriend, gave him tribute about his current life. The daughter gave him about his past life, so as a family man, and then Mike gave him a talk about his beliefs in liberty and his political career. I didn't know he was. I knew he was a UKIP candidate in 2017 for Milton Keynes. He would have been a great MP in there. Can you imagine him in the Commons? But unfortunately, me and this guy Jags, who let me stay over, use his facilities last week, he was in UKIP too, and he was saying that UKIP could have been such a force, and it was right. He was correct. But they fucking dropped the ball. The 2017 policy of UKIP was, don't vote for us, vote for the Tories, because they'll get you bread. I said, what? That is suicidal. You do not. Can you imagine all those people who have put 500 quid down on our deposit to stand as a parliamentary candidate? You've got to pay. It's a fucking bit, right? Plus all the people who were subbed to the party, 30 quid a year, 25 quid a year usually is the, and then the leader Farage and the National Committee say, yeah, don't vote for us, vote for the party. And then as soon as they done that, that was it. That R.I.P. UKIP, man. See you later. But he would have been a great MP if they just kept. No, we're not. We're going to keep forcing it until we're going to keep being a force to be reckoned with until you actually deliver Brexit. Not promises, no words. It's like fucking idiots. They what is it? They took Tories' word. Never. They're the biggest. They're worse than Labour, guys. They are traitors. They are bigger. They are worse liars than Labour. Labour are honest in who they are. They say what they want to do. Right? Tories lie. We never got Brexit, guys. That's another thing. We never got it. It's a fake. It says on paper we left, but everything we do, we're still in it. Still don't have control of the fisheries. The EU won't give us control. Northern Ireland's caught in there. We still pay taxation. We don't have MEPs, so it's taxation without representation. As useless as MEPs were, There's fucking wars being fought over that, mate. It's a little known country, United States of America. You might have heard of it. That literally fought a war of independence based on taxation without representation. So that's what's going on. So that was the lake pub we went to. Just have a walk around. It's only a small town. Like I said, it's more like a village. Village/town. That's how I would call it. It's just a big village or a small town. So let's have a walk around. And then might have something to eat. I've got stuff going off in my fridge. And that's it. Now I've got to do the show for 8 PM for Unity News Network, and I'll be going live from this YouTube channel from about 8 PM. So do come back and watch it. And I'll be talking about obviously Jeff and stuff like that, and the funeral, showing some pictures. Yeah. But yeah, it's great tribute that we had to Jeff. Here we are back on the high street. That's the Cock pub over there on the ball, Cock and Ball. Listen to this, look at this. This is like, look at this tiny little entrance as well, right? You've got to go down into it. This is like a pub. This is like a really old pub, right? The old George Hotel, right? Might be is it a hotel? It's only like, literally, look, you can literally touch the second floor, the first floor. You can really touch the windows of it. You've got to walk down into it. It's like sunken. So, not many people about. What do you mean? Well, who's not about? Yeah, Brexit in name only. Exactly. Cyril lyrics, bullshit. You know, and this is coming from someone who did used to be a Remainer. And then it was only through 2016 the result, and I saw the mask of liberalism and democracy, because I was supporting the Lib Dems back then, right? I was never a member, but I was just thought, Lib Dems, they sound nice and pleasant, and liberty, liberalism, and classical liberalism, all this sort of stuff. Now, day after the result, mask fell off of that, and it revealed a vase of tyranny and fascism. That's when that was my red pill moment. And all the mainstream media screeching, all of that. All these people fucking grandstanding like Paddy Ashdown. Oh, whether it's by 1 vote or 20 or 2,000 votes, once the people speak, you do as they say. They were so fucking sure that they were going to win, those cunts. Sorry. But it's just fucking, I hate that sort of hypocrisy. I've been hanging around with Jags. He's been effing and blinding. He's rubbed off on me. Quite a town. I actually think this is fairly busy for a small town, if I'm honest. I mean, you see quite a number of people on the streets, don't you? There's no big this is what I love as well. There's no big supermarkets, right? No chains, and this is what I'm talking about. This is how you know this is where the elites would. Oh, look! One of those robot things. Look, this is the future of Royal Mail, guys. Look, this thing. It's delivering food. Yep, I deliver groceries. Download my app, Starship, right? So I made a video on my YouTube channel, guys. The newest video I put up, the recorded one, and I basically say, I saw it. I couldn't believe it. I thought I had a few drinks with me, and I thought, what the fuck? It's in the pitch black as well, right? It was coming down because it's little yellow light flashes when it's walking around as well, when it's driving around. And I see it coming down this. I'm not joking. This dark path, right? It was like something from a horror movie. Down these woods. I'm not joking you, right? On a path, right? And it was coming. See the video to know what I'm talking about, right? And it was coming down. And I was like, what? Then I realised what it was from a distance. I've seen these things before, funnily enough, in Milton Keynes. This was up in Wellingborough, right? But I saw it last year. I was here in Milton Keynes in the town centre near I went to visit John O'Looney, and this thing was coming down. He's got a pub by his funeral directors, like Green King pub, and I was like, what the fuck, like that, right? First time I saw one, and I'd worked out what it was coming towards me a few nights ago, and I said, right, I'm going to, I need to record this because you got all the Royal Mail. You know, Royal Mail next month, November, they're striking every other day. On there's like 15 days they're striking, if they don't get what they want. And I said, this is the future, guys. World War One, they were still using cavalry at the start because they were just used to fighting the Boer War and, you know, like the old kind of colonial kind of wars, right? So they go, oh, our cavalry is the best cavalry in the world. But they weren't used, they never fought trench warfare, so the horses just got slaughtered, right? So that's why they stopped using cavalry when we need to modernize. This is how the unions think, right? They still think that there's some power to reckon with, and they're leading their members down a garden path because they don't give a ultimately, and I know, having been a manager dealing with union reps, right, they do not give a fuck about union members. I'm telling you right now, I've seen it, right? All they want, they use the members as pawns, right, in order to strengthen the union's position. Ultimately, it's about expanding the union. Like how politicians, their ultimate aim is to expand the state, because the bigger the state, the smaller your civil liberties, right? But their aim is power hungry. They want to expand the thing. So all of this don't pay UK, all of this, right, they're on the enough is enough, right, all of these, in order to change. Ultimately, this is about changing the management of this country, right? Because we are not a sovereign independent nation. We have world governments, right? The only issue with Don't Pay UK and unions, right, is to remove the current Tory management and put in, scoop out, so they're using Don't Pay UK, enough is enough, as sort of like a shoehorn to scoop out the Tory management and put in a Labour management. That's all this is on it. And the fuck with if people lose money, lose their jobs, don't collateral damage, they do not care, right? That's what ultimately about. All the unions are infiltrated, right? There's no point. Big unions, I mean, not the small ones, right? One I like is Workers of England, right? It's a small union. Robin Tilbrook's one he created, right? So, oh, Big Mama, somebody call my mama, somebody please call my mama. Right, done it, right? And so this is what this is about. So they don't give a fuck about these things are going to replace. These things replace drivers, right? So they can send these little things off to a house. It comes back, right? It's say they don't need to pay an employee, don't need to pay diesel, petrol, whatever. It's all that's done, right? They just got this. So they're still thinking in 1970s land, yeah? Useful idiots are union members and small union reps, right? And then eventually business go, you know what, fuck you, we're just going to use these little robot things instead. Self-service, you see this in supermarkets, self-service checkout. It's like, sorry mate, we're not raising the minimum wage because we're just going to fire people instead and not employ anymore because we can't afford to pay people minimum wage. It's outrageous, the price, right? So that's what this is all about. But one thing I forgot to add on, I might actually re-upload the video. So go to my YouTube channel, see the recent video about these things saying Royal Mail or whatever, they're leading the members now, where the fuck it is, right? Things, right? So the co-op supermarket, people don't know. That's why I really don't go. I try and really not use co-op, go into co-op supermarkets, right? Because a lot of people don't realise is that they donate to the Labour Party. Because if you see some Labour MPs in the Commons, they're not just Labour MPs. Some of them are Labour and cooperative. Because not only do co-op have supermarkets, funeral directors, and what other things do co-op do? Petrol stations. They do a whole thing, right? The co-op, co-op bank, all of that, right? They also have a political party called a cooperative party, right? And they've kind of merged with the Labour Party. So you see some Labour MPs, they're not just Labour, they're Labour and cooperative. So that's why I really try to avoid using co-op stuff. So ironically, the party of Labour, meant to be representing the Labour in man, they donate money to. The co-op actually gives money to, co-op supermarkets actually buy these things so they don't have to employ a working man, right? So it's total fucking hypocrisy. But a lot of these fucking retard union members and Labour members, they don't fucking understand shit about this. So co-op is important that who donates to the Labour Party also are flagshipping these things, right? That are putting working man out of business. So just keep that in mind, right? Next time you go into a co-op store. But yeah, what else we got around there? I think it's pretty much it, guys. Really, if I'm honest. Let's go down this little thing here. I hope you're good. Talking too much sense again. Yeah. So much sense, Sean. But I can't vote for you because I'm scared that Labour will get in, or I'm scared that the Tories will get in. It's like, right, so you're voting out of fear then. Your vote has no value, essentially. Just puppet, just dance puppet. Yeah, vote for Team Red or Team Blue, like it makes a fucking difference. Fuck is it? Oh, Yeah, well, what's this? Well, I missed. They won't last 5 minutes. After then, what won't last 5 minutes? Little robot things. They've been working for over a year. And they'll be nicked and damaged. Yeah, I was asking people about it. I said, how do they not get nicked? And because what it is, they've got cameras on them, so someone is controlling the thing. And it's being obviously it's got it's tracked as well, right? So they've got all tracking devices on it. So if they are picked up, like, by the time they break into it, the police have already arrived. Well, I mean, I'm giving the police too much credit there, aren't I? Would they actually turn up to the job? Probably not. We've got. They don't even bother investigating these things anymore. Walk through here? Yes, I can. Yeah, but they're not in London, clearly. I've only ever seen them outside of London, these little robot things. Like, in nice little villages like this. There it is. I don't know what it's doing there. Like, is it broken down or something? What's going on with this? How's it go randomly here? There's no shop here or anything for it. Maybe like when you break down your car and a little R8 and the RAC comes out. Maybe there's like a robot RAC like another one with a little tow thing to it, and then it just brings it out. That's what it's. That's the future of RAC and AA. Breakdown people. Because we won't have cars, guys. This is what they want. They don't want you to have in a car. Cars are a sign of freedom. You're not allowed to be free. You're not allowed to just jump in your car and go wherever you want. No. You got everything you need. Everything's 15 minutes away. That's what they want, the future. Everything's 15 minutes away. All these big corporation shops. Won't be independent stores like this. No, they'll all be gone. They'll be wiped out. It will only be Asda and Tesco and all the Starbucks, McDonald's. That's what it'll be. So everything's 15 minutes away. You don't need a car. You don't need a car. The cars will be gone. Little robot things will be delivering things to you. And then they'll have little robot breakdown things as well. They'll come out with a little tow. Remember Brum, the car? But coincidentally, the 50 people that were in the audience, who were unknowns, all went on to be big band names like Sex Pistols, Buzzcocks, Happy Mondays, even what's his name? The ginger twat. What's his name? Curly hair. What's his fucking name? Singer, Simply Red. What's his name? Yeah, he was in there. All of that. Yeah. And then they all went on. It was like that. One of those moments. And all because Jeff got nicked and Piers Corbyn and stuff like that. And that show. That's the church. That's where we had the service for Jeff Wyatt. Like I'll say about. They had to open up the top, because I don't think they usually do. So people had to sit around the top and people were outside. So I'll say there was it's only a small church as well. I'd say there was about 300 people in attendance. And then we went to the Cock Hotel. So you got the Bull Hotel, Cock and Bull, right? Yeah. And I said to the barmaid, I said, so what's this? Is this some sort of joke? Cock and Bull? What's that about? She said, no, we're not the sister pub. They're totally independent of us. But I reckon many centuries ago, they were all one. Like this whole, I reckon it was just a massive kind of, because look, it's the same brickwork, right? That's not. That is though. So I reckon something happened here, that maybe like a fire or something. Because now, so maybe centuries ago, it was one, and they'd go, the Cock side is full of hotel rooms, so just go to the Bull side, or like lecture event like Godfrey Bloom. If you guys don't know who Godfrey Bloom is, do check out his YouTube on Odyssey channels, his social media. He does videos, and you want to know about economic liberty, listen to this guy, because like I said, it's fascinating. Trust me. You think, economic, that sounds dull, that sounds boring. No, it generally is really, really interesting. Listen to this guy. It's all about the CBDC, and he used to be a UKIP MEP in the European Parliament. There's a great video of him. It's only like about 2 minutes long, because that's what the Europeans believe democracy is. All the MEPs only get 2 minutes to speak. And then you've got to basically condense everything you've got to say within 2 minutes. Great system, innit? Great system we've got. So he gave a great 2-minute speech about how quantitative easing, like this is like 15 years ago. He was saying about this stuff years ago. He's saying, like the bankers are the greatest criminal at fitting money. If we did counterfeiting, we would be put, rightfully so. But they all just print money. So that is no different from counterfeiting. And if the government is an extension of you, like you elect representatives, and they're an extension of you, then anything that is criminal to you is criminal to them. So Godfrey Bloom, he'll be headlining it, or he'll be like the main speaker. I can't remember who the other two are now, but there was 2 others as well, and I can't remember them. But I think they want me to go and live stream it tomorrow evening, so I might just do that. You know, at least record it, but I'll probably live stream it. This is pretty much the end of the village / small town. What's this? Maybe Jeff's buried in there. What's this? What is this? Oh no, this is not. I thought this was a church. It's not. It's like some sort of. I don't know what the hell this is, guys. I'm gonna go back to the van. I'm gonna round it up to an hour. I've got 13 minutes to round up to an hour. There's room for 200 boarders, and most paid fees are 24 guineas a year. The general course of instruction included Latin, Greek, French, mathematics, and the usual details of a sound English education. The college has less success after the death of Reverend W.T. Sankey in 1875, and eventually closed in 1895. Okay. So it was a college for, I don't know whether it was for priesthood and stuff like that, or the guns into cloth, I don't know. But yeah. So yeah, very nice old little town. I'd give it 2 thumbs up. Nice little old buildings and stuff, yeah. So if people didn't know, I'm going to show you where I parked my van. Beautiful spot I found coincidentally. Because I didn't want to park on a high street. I know it's not really much of a high street, but it's still fucking loud. So if you're sleeping, you're not going to get a very good night's sleep. So let's go this way. St. Paul's Court. That's the tower there where I'm parked by. Alright. This is not the way, but I just want to see what's down there. I don't think there's anything. No, I can't really get access to it. Alright, don't worry, doesn't matter. It's just the next little alleyway. Look at that building up ahead there. Look at that, it's got a little barn door, like with no stairs. It's a door you can't get to. Let's make a stop, right. I don't know if you can see that because of the sun, but there's no stair. You can't get to that door. Obviously, it's probably like a way around the other. Is this working? Let's see. Is this working? Let's see. Cool, it's still working. Right. Just want to test the chat. So yeah, look at this little alleyway, right? Just the ancient church tower, right? So this is what I'm parked by. Mama, don't take the vaccine. Papa. You say he's coming on UNN tomorrow, guys. I put him on David Clue's show, so I watched a really quite from the heart video by Ramesh, one of his live streams on Instagram. Just happened. I don't usually watch Instagram, but I thought it was on, and I was what was I doing? I was in the van doing something, right? I can't remember. I was fixing something or whatever, or I was clearing up, one of the two. And I just had it on in the background. He wanted me to jump on. I was like, I'm doing something, you know, and it's got bad connection and stuff. So he's got a good heart, this guy. So I'm going to try and get him on David's show, not my show, because David's got the big audience, you know, because really, you know, UNN is a David Clue show. Really, it's really about David. It's just like how InfoWars is really Alex Jones, like, you know, show, even though he's got other presenters too. Although I personally prefer Owen Schroyer, one of his other presenters. But show in the evening at 8:30 maybe 8:30 p.m. So do watch UNN. And you can watch it. Unfortunately, it's the main platform is DLive, and we want to get off DLive because it is not friendly to freedom people. They demonetized. They don't kicked us off, but they have demonetized us. So we cannot build. We cannot, you know, because we got to pay for the bloody basic stuff. What was it? Unity News. Let me see if I put the hyperlink. Let's just see. Yeah. That's the link for it there, guys. Once it comes in, but yeah, so do sub to that. I would prefer if you guys simply went on the Odyssey channel and Nightbot. I do not believe it. I don't know what the fuck's happened with Nightbot. Let's just see. I want to put in UNN Odyssey. I prefer people to subscribe to Odyssey rather than DLive. Odyssey. But I don't think Nightbot's just fucked. I don't know, he hit himself. I don't know what happened. But yeah. So, like I said, this is where I started. Ancient graveyard, ancient church tower. This apparently all used to be one church back in the 1300s, perhaps. You see like gargoyles at the top there, and it's just an ancient building. It's got a cannon out of his mouth. Yeah, so yeah, and this is where I'm parked. I'm parked right by it. So a beautiful spot, leads to the high street. I'm gonna put it up on Park4Night. It's an app for campers, for people who have camped and all of that. You know, right by the high street. Beautiful church cemetery. Yeah, I was watching. They got a tennis court here as well where I'm parked. But I'll show you when I come up to my van. And I was watching them play an instructor instruct his tennis student. My quarter of Guinness.
And yesterday she was out in the garden all day with Eric because he was looking around the old bed.
And this is where I'm parked. This is my van here. So these fucking twats have blocked me in, but they haven't. No, they've left a very tight sort of opening there. Yeah, here's the van. And I'm back, baby. And here we are, and it's the tennis court here. Because I had the back doors opened, and I was just watching this little tennis thing going on here. But yeah. But anyway, guys, I'm going to head off because I need to get shit done now. But guys, thanks for watching. Like I said, the link's there. If you want to buy me a coffee or anything like that, buy me a beer, buy me diesel. that's the. I put in a new command at Nightbot just saying fuel, but it's not. It's fucked basically. So I don't know. But that's the. If you want to do that, but guys, thanks very much for watching. Like I say, I'll try and get. Yeah, thank you, Tony Garrett. If I try and every time I go into a new town, I try and do a live stream for about an hour, walk around. The other one, I don't know how big the last live stream I did. If you want to have a good laugh, mate, watch the Weddingborough one. I did the last live stream I did because I did the dangerous fault of trusting you lot, trusting the live stream audience. So I went into a Wetherspoons, told them the table number, told them the name of the Wetherspoons, and then you couldn't hold yourselves back, could you? You couldn't restrain yourselves from first buy Sean a Guinness, get his trust, right? You know, okay, and free cookies. And then the next thing came a bowl of peas, and I just went, right, I'm out now. But apparently someone did buy me a steak, but I went, no, I'm sorry. I only eat one meal a day, right? I said, thank you guys, just cancel the order, get your money back. People apparently got me shots and stuff like that, but the trust was gone. Yeah, new balls, please. Yeah, that's what I said. Like, look, here's my van. I had the doors open, and I was just watching it from here. Yeah, so it's a beautiful little spot. I'm gonna put it on Park4Night in the app, like I said. because so other people can experience it. Yeah, it's going to be cool. So I'm going to need to re-hook up my battery. I need to take, this is what I do, I'm like super security sort of. See, I've got a clamp here as well, right? Peace of mind. Do you know what I mean? It's peace of mind that I won't do it. So that's what I do. But anyway, yeah, table 4, that was it. Yeah, table 4. The incident on table 4. Fucking hell. I can imagine all the computer system, like the chef looking at that. Because I don't know what other people ordered. It was like, right, he wants this, he wants that, he wants that. Just random shit, right? And losing his nut. And that's why they said, just fucking do not send anything to table 4. These fucking plain silly bollocks, or people are, they just know this, guys. They just know, right? But yeah. But anyway, guys, I'm going to go. Like I said, if you like the content, tip me for a thing. It's up to you. It's totally up to you. I don't mind if you do, don't, whatever. But subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching, guys. I'm going to have something to eat because stuff is going off here. I'll show you actually. What the fuck is that? Okay. I'm about to say a nice quiet area. Some people just banging on something with a hammer. Hot waters. So, show you. I don't know, have I ever shown people the side of this fan? It's a little bit, like I said, I haven't, like, the bed there. It's like I need to, like, properly clean that, right? Like I said, the back door's open. I'll show you, know, fuck it, I'll just show you, look, right? I have to, like, open up the back again and all that shit. This one's called Toll, Sweden, but I need to put that on the bed because that will fly around. I need to put this blender on the bed so it doesn't roll around. End up smashing. But the cup I was just doing there. This is oh guys, this is, like, I'm gonna keep this in my van. This is the Jeff Wyatt memorial, you know. So, great stuff, Jeff, 1964 to 2022, Monday the 17th of October at 1 p.m, St. Mary and Giles Church, Stony, Stratford. And let me just show you, let me put this down, stand it up, and then I can show you the pages. Let me sit down. So, this is the stuff here, this is his program. So you can see that, or photographs there of when he was a race car, you know, GT Cup champion, he won gold, you know, he was champion driver. There he is there, proper lad, 2 birds, right, and a champagne. That's it there as well. And he did great, I thought, great hymns for him, perfect, you know, almost perfect for him. Onward Christian Soldier, because he was dressed up in his Knights, Crusader Knights thing. Sometimes he carries to Jeff. I Vow to Thee, My Country. Great song, you know, like famous, you know, just fantastic. Again, just perfect for Jeff, you know. William Blake, Jerusalem, you know, just very applicable to who Jeff was. That's in there, more of his stuff. You know, think of me when you are sad, but think of me when you are glad, and think of all the future, all the fun we had when you remember me. So, true. Live in the moment, let it unfold. Do what you love, do what you are told. Not what you are told, sorry. Cherish this moment and give it your best. Don't let your mind wander to what's coming next. You become who you are in those moments you live, and the growth's not in talking, but in how much you give. Life is just moments, so precious and few. Whether valued or squandered, it's up to you. It's true. So that's in there. That's him, Sasha, his girlfriend, and his daughter Lucy. Special thank you to those supported the words. After the funeral, there will be a burial for family members only. A wake will be held at the Cock Hotel. Yeah, so there you go. Yeah, so there you go, guys. There you go. That's his life. But anyway, guys, I'm going to head off. Thank you very much for watching.